Welcome back. Regarding taxes, a very unsavoury subject which people do not like. But so to a certain extent, you have to pay taxes. The problem is the services which you get in exchange for these taxes, roads, hospitals, schools and stuff, in years, the quality of the services is going more low, and therefore for certain things you have to pay out of your own pocket, especially when it comes to the health service. And the health service in the beginning, it kicked off as free health, access to health to everyone. Now you have to pay ticket there, but tax there and everything. Here in Italy, I think one of the articles of the Constitution is you pay taxes on the level of your earnings. The fact is, the level of taxation has become 60% of your earnings. And they invent taxes every time. They tax this, they tax that, duties on this and that. Anything, all this money, you should have a better service, like the road tax. If you own a car or a motor vehicle, what do you find? Potholes, roads, which are shit, and they want to even charge you to go on certain roads. Well, here in Italy, the only roads they charge you on is when you go on a motorway. That's all it's been for now. And the state seems to be more hungrier every year which passes. They're always in deficit and spending public money on ridiculous things, which in the end is not a benefit for the people of that nation. It's for benefit for only a few, for only them. That's all. And civilian disobedience are not paying taxes. There will come to a point, people will just stop paying taxes. The fact is, it's not like you're not paying taxes. When you go into a shop, you buy something, you pay VAT, pay taxes on that. When you pay an electricity bill, VAT on that, or duties. That's in an indirect way paying taxes. That means you're not paying taxes. You pay taxes anyway. When you go to a service station, fill up for fuel diesel, there are duties on that. And so on. I think probably it may come to a point there'll be a social revolt. They want to come to the levels of, the French Revolution, off with their heads. The common people will be chasing so-called politicians with forks and pitches and all that stuff. It has happened in history, and it will happen again. What is the boiling point for the plebs to explode? Because the politics is a world of corruption, and if they tend to hide certain things, okay, not to give in the eye. But these days you have politicians, they say and do things under the sun. And obviously, as old as the earth, politicians how much they earn and what they do. Too much for extremely very little, I should say. And if probably in this area you lowered the wages of these parasites, there were less people. They will do this type of job or profession. It's a profession, because I think any country where you go in, 5 years of legislation, they qualify to gain pension, and they have a very good pension in the end. But you, who work 5 days a week, 8 hours, even overtime, and every year they say, no, we're going to have to rise the pension age to go in retirement. And plus you get less money for a pension, especially if you're a middle class worker, that's for sure. And those youngsters are beginning to work. In the end, when they go in pension, they'll have nothing to live on. Because that's another story. There are a lot of old people, that's for sure. Population's getting more older. And there are lesser people working due to the economical situation, technology, AI and stuff. Many professions are disappearing, taken over by technology. That's a whole different kettle of fish. And probably in the end we'll have governments run by AI. Central government eliminates the human side. Maybe a benefit in certain way. You eliminate the inefficiency of too many office workers doing nothing, bureaucracy and stuff like that. It depends what type of government comes into office, especially when it's a left-wingy job. They tend to have a policy of a heavier taxation on their citizens. And what we come back to the point, say, what do you get in exchange for these high taxes? Absolutely nothing. Because obviously, these leftist politicians, they have a different idea how to use the revenue taxes. They do not spend it on the citizens of that country. They tend to spend it on other ridiculous things overseas and stuff like that. It's only right who people pay taxes in that country. That money, the revenue, is used for the citizens of that country. And plus you've got certain characters, these phony asylum seekers, they practically live off the taxpayers' money back, the welfare system, and plus the low-income categories of people, they don't pay taxes. And they live off taxpayers' backs as well. They have free housing, free health, and have their bills paid by the local authorities. And the most amazing thing here in Italy, they run around with luxury motors, 40,000 euro. How's this possible? You can afford that, but you can't afford to pay your gas bill or electricity bill. These are the things we have to sort out, eliminate. The parasites of the system, and even the bureaucratic part of the system. More efficiency. Basically, it has to be run like a business, a nation. Because they don't give a monkeys, because they're always in deficit all the time. You know who pays the bill? Joe Public, through taxes. More and more taxes they put on.